Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. You are joining us for another edition of Lens2Pens. My name is Andrew Snorton. I'm one of the co-hosts. And of course, to stay connected with our podcast, make sure to add Lens, the number 2, Pens on your favorite social media platforms, such as, but not limited to, Facebook, Instagram. On Twitter and YouTube, it's Lens2Pens 2024. And of course, when you see us post on social media, go ahead and click on the link to subscribe, like, share, and all that, and then some.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned how they can stay connected with us with Lens2Pens. Would you like to also share how they can stay connected with you? Andrew, the amazing author.
Oh gosh. Well, you know what? Since I had such a great reminder from the amazing photographer, Dedra Walker, Emmy Rose Photography, Best in Gwinnett, 4 out of 5 years. 4 out of 5 years. Look it up. So the best way to stay connected with me individually on the writing end, author A. Snorton on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and then author Andrew Snorton on Facebook. And then on the business end, especially for press and media coverage, Creative Community Solutions LLC on Facebook and YouTube, and A. Snorton CCS on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, I'm going to pass it back to the greatest photographer I know.
Okay, well, thank you so much. At times, I don't always feel that way, but I appreciate it. Yes, okay, so hi, you guys, I'm Dedra Walker. Yes, I am a photographer, and I am the CEO of Emmy Rose Photography. If you would like to stay connected with me, as it pertains to the photography part, Emmy Rose Photography, you can find me on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, or not Twitter anymore, X, right?
I just call it Twitter.
Okay. You can find me on all social media platforms as Emmy Rose Photography. But then also you can connect with me with my website is dedrawalker.com. There you will be able to find some amazing stories that I've written pertaining to the Inspire Author series. You will also see where I've tried to blog a little bit, and I've been doing a little bit more.
You've been, look at here.
I've been trying.
Actually, you're being humble. Ladies and gentlemen, she's talking about, I've just tried. No, she's actually doing, look, she has some great articles, not just from the Inspire Author series, but check out, you've covered, look at here, you've covered a lot of stuff. You've covered Alpha Derby weekend, you've covered sports, we've collaborated on stuff, but you've covered boxing, which we've got a great boxing story later on today. Gosh, you've covered women's professional football, you've covered high school sport. You've done a whole lot more, and y'all, not only is she capturing it on Lens2Pens, but she's also capturing it on her blog and her writing. So make sure to check her out, like for real.
Well, thank you. And again, back to like what Andrew said, if you want to connect with us, because we have really been doing some great things together in a collaborative manner. And so, again, just follow us, follow our podcast, check us out on YouTube, as well. Just all those different platforms where you can hear some great, amazing stories and things that we're doing to bring stories to you. Whether you want to hear us, see us, just follow us.
Basically, you got it. And as you guys know, think about it. Last month we had fun covering PBR. We've covered, and I tell you what, the fall's around the corner. We're here in September, fall is coming, the leaves are changing. So who knows what we might be starting up here. We might be starting up a little bit of football from a different vantage point. You never know.
Yeah.
Then of course, October we might be breaking it out on the ice. So you got to stay tuned and stay connected with this.
And don't forget softball and baseball. For in the rec.
Oh yeah, definitely.
On that level.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Dedra, before I drop a couple of things that I'm just coming off of, let people know, we're coming off the holiday weekend with Labor Day. What were some of the things that you have going on individually, especially coming up, the first half of September?
Okay, well, coming up in September, I have my Inspire Author series. I am so fortunate. Candace Haynes, she a mother of 5. She has two sons, 3 beautiful daughters. She's been in education, I want to say 28 to 30 years. And not only is she an educator, she is now actually a principal. And she will be my upcoming author for the Inspire Author series. And I realized that you served as my author 3 times. I thought it was only twice.
You know, it has
But
been 3 times. It's been three
three
times. It
times
really
that
has.
you served as the author. And so Candace saying she will be one of our authors. She'll come into Barrow County at the Winder Public Library, where they have been amazing to allow me to host this event. And she will share from one or two of her many books. One of them is CJ Doesn't Talk, and Mommy, What Do You See When You See Me? And so we're excited to have her as an educator, as a mom who's coming out and just sharing her story.
So like you said, Dedra's got some great things going on. The things, I tell you what, it's been a very active stretch. Definitely when you check out Creative Community Solutions, the one-on-one with Representative Hank Johnson, as we talk about some of the key areas of concern and focus areas regarding his congressional district. Probably a little bit of talk about the elections. Make sure to check your voter registration status, regardless of your political affiliation. Please check it. So coming off of that, you know, we talked about football, college football. This is my 6th year being credentialed media for Wake Forest University. Awesome. So a great recap of their thrilling kickoff with North Carolina A&T. So there's a bunch of Aggie pride in the building, as well as Go Deeks. So definitely looking forward to ACC football on that end. Another article for people who enjoy the arts, especially live music in a very intimate setting, The Velvet Note, who is celebrating their 12th year. Yeah, they've had a few bumps in the road, but having a great conversation with the owner, Tamara Fuller, regarding historically what they've done, some of the present day events that they've got, and still making it a venue of choice. So we gotta, hey, seriously, we've all hit the rough side of the mountain from time to time, but it's about our resiliency. And for someone in a very competitive field to be around 12 years, that's saying a lot. So those are some of the things that you can definitely catch that I'm just wrapping up. And then on the book end, September 13th, I know Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th from 2 to 4:30 at Wake Forest University. You can join me at the main campus bookstore, Taylor Hall on the Quad. I'll have all my books available, as well as the author Andrew Snorton blend coffee in collaboration with Fonte's Coffee. So that'll be February 13th. So before people do the Party So Dear, which is basically a great outdoor happy hour and old school R&B concert experience, pop up and pop out. And then, and later in the month, September 21st, I'll be back at Black Dot Cultural Center. You remember when we went there a few years back? So they've expanded. They've got a great coffee house, a great, little community hub. So I will be there September 21st from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. So I'm really excited about those things happening on the author end, the press and media end, still working with some tremendous young adults, just wrapped up for the kids who are testing for the SATs on August 24th, people who are testing for the ACTs on the 14th, already got stuff brewing for kids working in October. So you can make sure to check me out. But again, not only check out what we're doing individually, but under the Lens2Pens umbrella, this is where we just go ahead and, stir it up in the pot, put something in the oven, and have it pop up and pop out.
Okay. And speaking of your coffee, I know you are one of our sponsors for the Inspire Author Series as it pertains to the beverage of choice. And I know many of our guests and our guests and people who come out, they would love to sample the bourbon.
Oh yeah.
So please don't forget us because again, they've been enjoying the coffee. And you had mentioned, we had talked about September, even though we have an amazing guest who's going to share, but keep an ear out because on September the 7th, 2024, this year, they will, Eastside Boxing Club, they will host their 3rd annual Peach State Showcase. and Coach Rod, he's going to talk about it a little bit more, so I don't want to give too much away. So I just want to drop that. But I do have a couple other things that are like big time that are on my radar right now. I am so fortunate to be able to cover the Tickle Past Pink Foundation. Do you guys like to laugh? Do you like to laugh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a time and a place to laugh, but so their upcoming event is called A Time to Laugh. It is a clean comedy show. Now, I will tell you, I like comedy, but this comedy show, there's nothing missed about it. You will laugh, and you will cry while you're laughing. It's so amazing and funny. So this, and I'll talk about it a little bit more as we get a little bit closer, but I do just want to like put that out because the tickets are on sale now. And what you don't want to do is wait until the tickets are sold out. So the foundation is Tickle Past Pink Foundation, Inc. Miss Maxine Simmons McDaniel, she is the director. This organization is an award-winning organization. It is a foundation, Inc. It is a 501c3, and it's for breast cancer awareness. And so this event will take place Friday, October the 25th. And I know that's like a month away. Well, no, 2 months. But it will come so quickly. And so that's the only reason why I'm sharing this, because the tickets are on sale now. $20. You know, it's more expensive if you wait. Reach out to me, reach out to Tickle Past Pink Foundation, Inc., Mrs. Maxine, to get your tickets. And we'll also have like a link. But again, I just wanted to put that out there because I have been to this. I've taken pictures for a while, and it's one of those things that you don't want to miss.
Yeah, and to her point, and think about, and definitely in addition to being excited about this episode, especially with finding out more about boxing, don't forget about the previous episodes that we've done. Remember last time we had Shanita Connolly on, yes, and their event, An Elegant Evening of Jazz, takes place the first Sunday of October. So when we're bringing these people in, people are like, why are you bringing people in a month and a half, 2 months in advance? It's for that reason. We want to try to give as big a window as possible for you guys to know different things that we're directly or indirectly involved in. Go ahead and put it on your calendar, plug in, support some of these great events across the board. And even if it's, quote, not a fit for you, it can be a fit for somebody. So go ahead and get to it.
Yeah, and speaking of, like you said, our past guests, we had Keith Lewis, who's one of the founders of I'm
Fathers First.
Fathers First.
Yeah.
And he's so amazing. And I actually, with the leaves changing, I hope to possibly do a collaboration with him and the fathers as pertaining to photography. So definitely, follow us, keep your ears, open, your listening ears on, because if we go ahead and get this collaboration set up, we definitely would like for fathers to come out and be photographed with their children.
Yeah, and to that point, going back to our first episode with having Chastity Corbett from Social Butterflies Foundation, in addition to the event taking place up in Hampton, Virginia, V103 here in Atlanta, for the day party they did the same day, they also did donations. So there's stuff going on here, there, everywhere, and we're just excited, with the individual and collective work we're doing to use our platform to just keep people aware. So of course, like, add, share, repost.
Exactly.
You see us in the street, say hello, we will say hello back, and all that type of thing. And Dedra, before we go ahead and pause, before we have our guests for tonight, remind people, our social media handles, your stuff, and then I'll close out with mine, and then we'll go on a quick break.
Like you said, we are Lens2Pens. You can find us on all the social media platforms. We really would like to have you to subscribe to us on YouTube, because we're there. We're on Instagram. We are on
Facebook, Twitter,
our podcast. Yes, definitely find us send us a message like, hey, you guys are great. Just support, definitely by following us, connecting with us. And hey, maybe there's something you have that's coming up that you would like us to come out and talk to you, share what you're doing. All of that.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and we come back, we're going to have a great guest talking about some great things in the world of boxing. So join us in just a couple moments.
Hey, stay tuned.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, we thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Lens2Pens. We want to thank our amazing guests for really dropping some gems regarding what's taking place in the world of boxing. We thank each and every one of you for liking, adding, sharing, and subscribing. Again, Lens2Pens on Facebook, Instagram, Lens2Pens 2024 on Twitter and YouTube. So and to stay connected with me, author Ace Norton on Instagram is the easiest way to do it. And when you click on the link in the bio for my link tree, you can navigate through the newsletter that I do twice a month, all the social media handles, website, coffee information with the author Andrew Norton blend, current interviews, including the one that DedraWalker.com did, and a few others. So make sure to stay connected with me there. And also Ace Norton CCS on Instagram is, you can click on the link in the bio there to navigate through that link tree. So I'm glad I got that squared away.
Okay, and one day I will be like the amazing author Andrew Norton, and my link tree will be linking, because right now it is not. But that's because I'm making some adjustments. But again, like you said, if you guys want to find us, Lens2Pens, that's the easiest way that you can find out the amazing things that we're doing. If you want to connect with us, maybe you want to share with us things that you're doing. So Lens2Pens. For me, if you want to connect with me, one of the easier ways, since I'm a photographer, Emery Rose Photography across all social media platforms. But then also, if you want to connect with me, DedraWalker.com. I do have a website where you can see my photography work and some of the other things that I do in addition to photography.
Yeah. Hey, there you have it. Listen, until next time, each and every one of you take good care. Again, like, add, share, repost, subscribe to this one. I think our next one will drop, September 17th?
Yes.
Yeah, so stay tuned for any and all updates. So again, all of you take care. Thank you for your support. Have a great start to September.
Have a great one.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we are so excited to bring the Lens2Pens podcast to you. Make sure to add us on your favorite social media platforms, Lens2Pens. Remember, it's the purple camera, the purple mic, and the purple pen. And we're going to turn over to Dedra to take the lead. As I tell you what, Dedra, as usual, you are doing like a bang up job with all these great story ideas, the collaborative stuff that we're doing, and the individual work that you're doing.
Well, thank you, Andrew, for your kind words. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have an amazing guest. So if you don't mind, please tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Roderick Bridges, go by Coach Rod. I am the owner of Eastside Boxing Club here in Snellville, Georgia. Been in business 4 years. And I'm also the vice president of the Georgia Amateur Boxing Association.
So I've had the wonderful opportunity of being able to come out to your gym and seeing some amazing things that you're doing. Could you tell us a little bit more about some things that you're doing right now in the community, or what you're hoping to get started?
Well, currently right now I have a youth boxing mentorship program that I have with the City of Decatur Rec Center, Brookhaven Rec Center, and a few other places like Clarkson High School, and a few other places. Like today, I got to meet. Tomorrow, I got to meet with Douglasville, and I got to meet with Chambly High School tomorrow as well about the program. I have some events coming up. September the 7th, I have a Peach State Boxing Showcase that I have this is my 3rd year having it. So we recognize, put together tournaments for local boxers in the state and some from out of state as well. Then I got another show October the 4th. It's called Friday Night Fights, which we have up to about 10 bouts. So give kids opportunity to compete locally, but I happen to travel out of state to pick up their fights.
Okay. I've got a question for you, and I'm sure you've heard this before. Of all the sports, What was it about boxing that gets you so excited, engaged, and wanting to translate that in working with young people?
Me, I started boxing when I was 14. I'm originally from Mississippi, Grenada, Mississippi, but my mom moved us here when I was 14. So I was kind of trying to get adjusted to from there to here. So kind of was getting in trouble a little bit at school, not bad trouble, but like hanging with the wrong crowd. My mom put me in boxing and helped with my structure, discipline, helped with my confidence, and taught me how to control my emotions as well. So I started this gym for the main purpose of reaching to the youth. A lot of kids were being bullied, and so I figured that this type of program would help with those type of things, teach them self-defense, teach them confidence, teach them how to control their emotion. So it's been successful ever since then. So I have up to 25 kids every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays in my class.
Now, one thing that I definitely enjoy is Friday fight nights. And so is that going to start in October?
Yes, I did five of them last year. So this year, I'm getting started late on my shows. So my last show was last year, September the 24th. So this is my first show this year, September 7th. But the Friday night fights it's just entertaining. It give kids opportunity to compete on a different stage, so they can gain enough fights to go to compete at nationals and the Junior Olympics.
So when you say kids, usually what is the age range of the children that you have a chance to work with?
So in my class, honestly, I had one kid that was 4 years old, which was weird because he kind of was doing better than he was doing better than the older kids. But I typically start at 6 years old.
Okay. One thing, and you shared with us what boxing did for you in regards to discipline, fitness, you do definitely have to do some level of creative thinking. For parents who have reservations, worried about, my little boy, my little girl getting they behind whipped, for lack of a better term, what reassurances or what things do you want to articulate that's like, hey, this can be a fit, and these are the the positive takeaways that we're trying to accomplish?
So it's a lot of time it's a false misconception about boxing gyms and kids. A lot of parents come in, the first question they ask, I'm not gonna put my child in the ring to do no, it's not. We don't put people in the ring that don't want to be in the ring. And first of all, you have to be trained up enough to be in the ring. But what we teach is we teach fundamentals of boxing. So it's not necessarily getting in the ring and compete with nobody else, but it's a reassurance. Because a lot of kids, that was in our program, some of them, I got 2 of them that went to the Marines. I had, some had been successful entrepreneurs at a young age. So it's helped them in their self-confidence as well. So can't go wrong with that.
And it sounds like how some people use martial arts in regard to the discipline piece. Hey, boxing has a lot of parallels to that. Like you said, the fitness, the strategy, the building of confidence.
Right.
Speak to us about, when you work with the young person and they really start digging in, they get 10 toes down or 10 toes deep. What, change do you see in the young people, things along those lines where it's like, yeah, they're really hitting their strides and so forth? So
one situation, I had a uncle break his nephew in. He was getting out of hand. Like he was almost about to get in some gang stuff like that. And he brought him here, and the kid didn't want to be here. And it's like the constant training and the constant, reassuring him that he's in a safe place and he could be himself, things like that. And that kid turned his life around in a matter of months. And now he's actually a registered USA boxer with USA Boxing. He's now competing at a higher level. It was just smooth how it changed him actually.
And also at your gym, does your gym only cater to children, young adults, or do you have any other programs for, let's say, ladies, other people that are, again, outside of that high school?
Yeah, we have a coach that he does ladies fitness class every Saturday, which is pretty, because a lot of ladies don't want to be. A lot of time, ladies don't want to train with men, which is understandable, So we got a class dedicated to women only, so no men in the class, which the ladies feel comfortable with the training, because it's not they around other women as well. And I have a kid that's artistic, so I work with him like one-on-one training like every Saturday. So he's making progress with that too, as well.
And let's see. Again, thank you for sharing with us just the importance of, having boxing to be, part of your life, and how you've taken something that was so important to you and shaping you, and you're sharing it with other young people, and you're helping to use that. And like you had mentioned, like the mentorship,
Right.
And then even with the other, I guess, boxing opportunities, because I had a chance to meet some of the boxers when they were registering and getting ready for the Junior Olympics event. Can you speak a little bit about the Junior Olympic boxing event for the people who aren't familiar? Because, many people may think, oh, they just come there and they're boxing, but to be able to compete in the Junior Olympics, I saw some of the kids go on to the next level. And that was really, really cool.
Right. So every year, USA Boxing give every LBC a free sanction to do a Junior Olympic tournament in their LBC. We haven't had one in our LBC probably about 15 years, and the opportunity was always there to do it. So we, as a new board on the LBC, decided, hey, this is something that these kids give them something to shoot for. Give them an opportunity to show their training off and exercise their training, what they've been taught to do in the ring. So with that, the Junior Olympics is based on a certain age, so you can't be over 17 years old to go to the Junior. Well, you can compete in it, but in order to advance to the next level. And there was an opportunity, like this, different opportunity to fight people from different states and different cities, different cities in Georgia. So once you win, once you fit the category of a person that's qualified to go to the next level, you go to this year they had the national for the Junior Olympics in Wichita, Kansas. So we had about 25 fighters to go from our state to compete at the next level, which was a good thing for the fighters, which give them something to shoot for, other than something locally.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. And so, again, thank you so much for being one of our guests. Could you tell us how our audience can stay engaged with you?
Yeah, definitely. On Instagram, Instagram is ESBoxing_club. It's on IG. On Facebook, it's Eastside Boxing Club LLC. You guys can reach me at esboxingclub@gmail.com or check out the website at www.esboxingclub.com. You'll have all the information about the upcoming events upcoming events that I'm having here in my gym, and also what's going on in our LBC.
All right, definitely sounds good. Well, of course, as we get ready to wind down, we definitely appreciate you taking time out of your schedule.
Yes,
and
sir.
I really appreciate how you were able to really walk through, hey, look, this is who I am. This is what we do. This is why we do. These are upcoming events that people can take advantage of to learn more, get your kids connected. And like we were saying earlier, just like there's other disciplines that teach fitness and, your mental endurance and building up your confidence. Hey, this is another lane and another avenue. So we definitely appreciate you taking time, and of course, wishing you tremendous success with what's on the horizon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Coach.
All right.
In order to stay connected with the author Andrew Snorton, who's written 4 books, has an audiobook series, and of course, the best way to enjoy all that is with a bag of really good coffee, the author Andrew Snorton blend in decaf, light roast, medium roast, and of course, the bourbon infused. Stay connected at author A Snorton on Instagram. Click on the link in the bio for my link tree. From there, you can navigate through the website, the social media, the newsletter, interviews, and more. And don't forget about a bag of really good coffee. So take a care and enjoy a sip with Snorton. Look forward to seeing you real soon.
Hi, I am Dedra Walker, of Emery Rose Photography. If you would like to reach me, you can find me at emeryrosephotography.com. You can find me at Emery Rose Photography across all the social media platforms. In addition to that, you can reach me at DedraWalker.com. I look forward to hearing from you.